Imagine walking through a dense forest. The air is humid, everything feels calm. But suddenly, a plant moves right in front of you. Or worse, a plant waiting to trap and consume its prey. This isn't a horror movie. These are some of the strangest and most real plants on Earth. Plants that hunt, move, and can even be dangerous. Carnivorous plants. The Venus flytrap, one of the most famous predators in the plant world. A plant that acts like a living trap. Its leaves look like open jaws. When an insect lands on it, one touch isn't enough. The plant waits. And if it senses a second touch, it snaps shut in a fraction of a second. What does that mean? It means this plant can actually detect mistakes. For example, it won't close for a raindrop. The Venus flytrap tightens its grip, the edges seal. Escape is impossible. Now, the plant begins a process more commonly associated with animals than plants. Digestion. It releases enzymes, slowly breaking down the insect's body. Over several days, nutrients, especially nitrogen, are absorbed into the plant, because here in these wetlands the soil offers almost nothing. To survive, this plant had to become something else, a hunter. For most of its life, the Venus flytrap is still, silent, patient. Each trap can only close a few times before it dies, making every movement a calculated risk. Every snap must count. Above the traps, delicate white flowers bloom on tall stems, far from the danger below. This ensures that pollinators can visit safely, continuing the plant's life cycle. It is a balance between destruction and creation, between predator and prey. As seasons change, the wetlands cool. The once active hunter slows down. During winter, the Venus flytrap enters dormancy, a deep necessary rest. Its traps blacken, its growth pauses, and it waits. Because survival here is not just about catching prey, it is about endurance. Not from insects, but from humans. Habitat destruction and illegal collection have reduced its numbers in the wild. The very plant that evolved to outsmart nature now struggles against forces it cannot trap or escape. Now imagine a cup filled with acid waiting for an insect. That's exactly what this plant is. It looks beautiful and colorful, but inside it holds a deadly liquid. Insects are attracted by its sweet scent. They land on the edge, but the surface is slippery, and then they fall. Some species are so large, they can even digest small animals like frogs or mice. Deep in the humid rainforests of Southeast Asia and across the wetlands of North America, a different kind of hunter waits. It doesn't snap, it doesn't chase, it doesn't move at all. Instead, it invites. The pitcher plant grows elegant tube-shaped leaves like natural cups filled with liquid. These pitchers hang quietly, glowing with color, green, red, even purple. At the rim, it produces a sweet nectar. To an insect, it looks like a feast. A fly lands on the edge, tasting the sugar. But the surface is dangerously slippery. One wrong step and it falls. Inside the pitcher, the walls are smooth, almost impossible to climb. Tiny downward-pointing hairs guide the insect deeper. At the bottom waits a pool of liquid, not water. A deadly mixture of digestive enzymes. The insect struggles, but every movement only pulls it further down. Eventually it drowns. Over time, the pitcher plant breaks down its prey. Nutrients, especially nitrogen, are absorbed into the plant system. Because just like the Venus flytrap, it lives in soil that offers almost nothing. To survive, it had to become a predator. Most pitcher plants feed on ants, flies, and beetles, but some species are far more extreme. In Southeast Asia, giant species of nepenthes are large enough to trap frogs, lizards, even small rodents. There are even cases where small mammals fall into these natural traps. Not all interactions are deadly. Some animals have adapted to live alongside pitcher plants. Certain insects and even frogs can survive inside the pitchers, feeding on trapped prey without being digested. In rare cases, animals like tree shrews feed on nectar and leave droppings behind, providing nutrients to the plant. A deadly trap turned into a partnership. Pitcher plants don't rely on speed, they rely on design. Their shape, color, and scent are all carefully evolved tools of attraction and capture. Each pitcher is a passive hunter, working 24/7 without movement. Imagine walking through a dense rainforest and suddenly smelling something like rotting meat. Then you see it, a massive alien-looking flower on the forest floor. That's Rafflesia arnoldi, one of the strangest plants on Earth. Rafflesia arnoldi is a parasitic flowering plant that produces the largest single flower in the world. With a diameter of up to 1 meter and weighing up to 10 kilograms, it's truly massive. Remarkably, it has no leaves, no stem, and no roots of its own. It lives entirely inside its host plant, a jungle vine, only emerging when it blooms. You can find this elusive plant in the dense rainforests of Sumatra and Borneo. It's extremely rare and often hard to spot in the wild. Why does it smell so bad? It's nicknamed the corpse flower because it smells like dead flesh. This foul odor attracts flies and beetles, its main pollinators. These insects, thinking they've found rotting meat, inadvertently help the flower reproduce. The flower takes months to develop from a tiny bud. But once it blooms, this magnificent spectacle lasts only 5 to 7 days. Miss it and you'll have to wait another year or more for a chance to see it again. Here are some crazy facts. It's completely invisible for most of its life. It depends entirely on its host plant for survival. Having no chlorophyll, it cannot photosynthesize like other plants. Each bloom is a rare and unpredictable event, a true marvel of nature. Hippomene manzanella, the world's most dangerous tree. This isn't just a tree, it's a natural hazard. Often called the death apple tree, it is considered one of the most toxic trees on Earth. But where exactly is this perilous plant found? It thrives in coastal regions across the Caribbean, Central America, and northern South America. You might even find it near popular beaches, making it extra dangerous for unsuspecting visitors. Its fruit looks harmless, but it is incredibly deadly. The tree produces small green fruits that resemble miniature apples. Eating even a tiny amount can cause severe burning, vomiting, internal damage, and in extreme cases, death. That's why it's earned the chilling nickname, Little Apple of Death. But the danger doesn't stop there. Can rain truly burn you? Yes. Even standing under this tree during a rain shower is extremely dangerous. The sap contains toxic chemicals, and rainwater carries it down from the leaves. Contact with skin can cause painful burns and blisters. What about smoke? Can burning its wood cause blindness? Burning its wood releases toxic smoke that can irritate lungs and cause temporary blindness if it gets into your eyes. So how do people avoid this silent killer? In many places, the tree is marked with red paint on its trunk and warning signs nearby. Locals know, never touch, never eat, never stand under it. Here are some quick facts to remember about this dangerous plant. It has extremely toxic milky white sap, fruit that smells sweet but is highly poisonous, and even touching the bark can irritate skin. The manchineel tree is truly one of the most dangerous plants known to humans.
Mimosa pudica, the plant that moves when you touch it. At first glance, it looks like an ordinary leafy plant. But the moment you touch it, it reacts. Its leaves instantly fold inward as if it's alive in a completely different way. What makes it special? Mimosa pudica is famous for its rapid movement. Leaves close within seconds after being touched. They slowly reopen after a few minutes. Even vibrations or heat can trigger the response. This behavior is called thigmonesty. How does it work? Inside the plant are tiny structures filled with water pressure. When touched, the plant quickly releases pressure in its cells. This causes the leaves to collapse and fold. After a while, water flows back in and the leaves reopen. No muscles, no nerves, just plant physics. Why does it do this? Scientists believe it's a defense mechanism. Sudden movement scares away insects. Closed leaves look less appealing to animals. It may protect itself from damage. Basically, it's the plant saying, "Don't touch me." Where does it grow? Originally from South America, but now found in Asia, Africa, and tropical regions worldwide. It's sometimes even considered an invasive species. Extra details, has small pink-purple fluffy flowers. Also called touch-me-not or shame plant. Moves more slowly at night, a natural rhythm.
Prepare to be captivated by one of nature's most extraordinary creations, the black bat flower. Scientifically known as Takachuntrieri, this plant boasts an appearance so unusual, it's truly eerie. Observe its striking features, large dark purple to black wings or bracts, resembling a bat in flight. And those incredible, whisker-like filaments can stretch up to 28 inches long, adding to its mystique. Native to the lush tropical forests of Southeast Asia, it thrives in warm, humid environments. Growing this beauty requires specific care, bright, indirect sunlight and warm temperatures, ideally 75-85 degrees. High humidity, mimicking a rainforest, is essential. Ensure moist, well-draining soil rich in organic matter. It typically blooms in spring and summer, producing multiple dramatic flowers, some with a subtle musky scent. However, this is not a plant for beginners. It demands consistent care and attention. Its sensitivity to cold and dry air means it's often cultivated in controlled environments like greenhouses. The black bat flower, a truly magnificent and mysterious botanical wonder. The dragon's blood tree is one of the most unusual and iconic trees in the world. It's a slow-growing tree native to the island of Socotra. Its most striking feature is its umbrella-shaped canopy. This unique shape helps it collect moisture from the air, a vital adaptation in its dry habitat. When the tree is cut or damaged, it produces a deep red resin. This resin has been used for centuries as a dye and pigment in traditional medicine and for varnish and incense. The tree evolved to survive harsh, dry conditions. Its canopy shades its own roots, reducing water loss, and its leaves funnel moisture toward the trunk. Dragon's blood trees are considered vulnerable due to several factors. These include climate change, leading to less fog and rainfall, overgrazing by goats, and habitat loss. Some specimens are thought to live for hundreds of years. Entire forests of these trees look like something from another planet. Their unique beauty and ecological importance make them a true natural wonder.
But why are these plants so strange? Most carnivorous plants grow in soil that lacks nutrients. So they had to evolve a new strategy: hunting. Some of these plants even generate electrical signals, something similar to a nervous system in animals, but without a brain. Scientists are still discovering new species. And deep within unexplored forests, there may be plants even stranger and more dangerous than the ones we know. If this video amazed you, make sure to like and subscribe, because this is just a small part of the mysteries of nature. And there's still so much we don't understand.